Hello everyone, and welcome to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we're going to be taking a look at, I guess, a new archetype that's kind of popped up over the last little bit, and this is Ryvius Glinda Zoolock, or Zoolock, or Glinda Zoolock. Name kind of hasn't settled yet, but this deck was made by Ryvius. I saw that Satellite HS, Satellite on Twitter, made an early legend this season with this exact build, so I thought I'd give this one a try. So a lot of what these Glinda, Zoolock, whatever you want to call them, decks are trying to do is having some healing within the deck to both offset the hero power, but mostly to slam a free Happy Ghoul. Bit nice tempo play. This card was seeing play very early on in Knights of the Frozen Throne, but then kind of dropped off, and I don't even remember seeing a Happy Ghoul deck in the entirety of Kobolds and Catacombs. But we're trying to get on board early. You know, we've got a lot of the typical Zoolock pieces: Flame Imp, Kobold Librarian, Voidwalker. We've also got Light Warden and Voodoo Doctor. Light Warden functioning very similar to the Murloc Tidecaller, the one that we played with just before, as it can kind of snowball out of control if your opponent doesn't deal with it. And we can even get some interesting trades going on with the Voodoo Doctor early on, but I think this is probably the one drop that I'm most suspect of. We're going to do that stuff. We're going to lead into the mid game where we're going to slam some Happy Ghouls. Life Drinker Happy Ghoul is another cute interaction. And then our kind of late game plan, other than the typical 5-drop all-stars, is landing Glinda and then using her to vomit out a bunch more threats if she does stay on board. So some interesting interactions with Glinda. Obviously we can heal ourselves for a bunch with the Voodoo Doctor. If we've healed ourselves this turn, we can fill our board with Happy Ghouls, which is what a lot of these decks are trying to do. But I think the coolest one that Ryvius has got going on here is with Sea Giant, and actually getting some Echo Sea Giants. You don't need too many minions on the board to be able to start going, 4-drop Sea Giant, 3-drop Sea Giant, 2-drop Sea Giant. And a board full of 8/8s is going to be a tricky task for most decks to deal with. So I think what we want to be focusing on with this list is what we're trying to do too cute? And not actually very powerful, or is what we're doing actually extremely powerful and consistent? That Glinda doesn't function as kind of just this awkward 6-drop that does nothing. But yeah, we'll jump into some games, see how we go, and it's brand new archetype. Let's see how it runs.
Versus Rexar.
All right, here gets the Hunter.
Your soul shall be mine.
I'm not sure if Voodoo Doctor is the 1-drop of choice here. I think we'd rather see the Light Warden, the Librarian, or the Flame Imp. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We have 8 better draws, 1 same draw. Also gives us another shot at Kaliseth, which I think is the deal breaker for me. Getting the extra shot at Kaliseth is a big deal, especially if this is like a Spell Hunter, something like that could try and drag this into the late game. Recruit Hunter even could do that.
Truth is found in death.
Yucky.
I wonder.
I think just want to go for the Void. As much as like coining out Tar Creeper I do like, this might be a game where we do have to coin between this Fungal Mancer to try and push through in that turn 4, 5, 6. Ugh. That's a little awkward. Ooh.
Truth is found in death.
So there was a lot going on there. I think the what was going through my head was either Tar Creeper now, and then next turn we can Keleseth plus tap or Keleseth coin another 3-drop if we draw them. But this is actually working out okay for us. I think what made me want to get that Keleseth down as soon as possible is it would very much suck to have the board change in a way where I have to go down a different path and then end up not having played Keleseth for 1, 2, 3 turns. Especially with a deck that is so minion heavy. Like there's the Soulfires in here, and that is it.
I wonder.
I think I want to tap this turn. It worked out kind of well for us. Though, admittedly, maybe we should have just played this Aranat Chain Gang. You gonna go face? Or are you gonna trade? Okay.
In the light's name.
Fungal Mancer here. It's gonna let us push through the Grizzly. Obviously we should probably be trying to play better around crushing walls. Hunter's Mark the Lightwater. Opponent has the draws. But now that they've switched hero power, we're free to tap reasonably low. Still don't want to get you know, double kill commanded or whatnot, but okay. If they don't kill any of our minions here, we can go Chain Gang into Sea Giant. And Voodoo Doctor.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on? Someone call for the doctor.
Definitely, definitely an interesting game right here. Like we have a lot of board. Our opponent has a lot of late game. They've also got the cards on us, so really key turn here. See if they can find another big defensive minion or possibly a way to clear down our board. Whoa! What is this? Taunt poisonous. Just a big gastropod. But does have 5 toughness, so no easy way for us to remove it. Even with the Despicable Dreadlord.
Which tracks to follow?
Do get a tap in next turn. Might just have to throw 2 minions into it. Sea Giant. That's a pretty good one.
Mushroom power! Free me! Free me!
Alright. We're pretty solidly in the driver's seat here, but you know, Builder Beast is a powerful hero power. Opponent could have plenty of powerful spells in their hand as well.
I wonder. This hunt is yours.
Got him. Whew. Interesting one. Interesting. We'll be back with another.
Gul'dan versus Gul'dan.
Warlock Mirror.
Shall be mine. I am your nightmare.
I do like the Voidwalker Light Warden. Help us protect the Light Warden itself. But maybe we do just need those extra shots at hitting Keleseth.
In the light's name.
Me, take that.
Coin.
Why do you call?
Out of right eye.
In the light's name.
A mirror. So Light Wardens are very, very dangerous in the mirror.
Someone call for it. It's playtime.
Our opponent's doing exactly what we want, but better.
It's playtime. Job done.
It's a pretty reasonable turn there, but I'd like to try and fit some taps in at some point. None of the discards there were good. All cards that we really want. Ugh.
Mushroom power!
Not looking good here, fam.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Not looking good at all. That Despicable Dreadlord turn was top notch. They really really punished the move that we were going for, which was to try and lose some like gain some tempo there at the loss of obviously powerful cards like Soul Fire and discarding one of our Sea Giants. Our opponent, the well played. This is very well piloted.
Win this time.
He's back with another.
Versus my elf.
Okay.
None can
It's
escape my
Rogue.
fury.
Your soul shall be mine.
So as much as we want Glinda, I think we can't really afford to keep a 6-drop kind of brick against a deck that's really going to be putting the pressure on in the early couple of turns.
None will survive.
No 1-drop. My gosh. We're getting pretty lucky here. In terms of today, with our odd rogue opponents not having a 1-drop. Sweet. So very low value target to dagger down there. I think we'll set up a Tar Creeper. Help protect this Flame Imp in the next couple of turns. These Soulfires are really quite interesting. Like we're highly likely going to use them to control the board in this game. But we need to, like, we kind of need to use them to get the last of our opponent's resources, so then we have a pretty easy time tapping back up. We don't want to have to use them, like, using them now would not be a great idea, because our opponent's going to be able to flood back onto the board, and then we're going to have to start tapping whilst we're under a lot of pressure. That being said, I think we can use one. And getting rid of the Happy Ghoul was probably the best discard. This just creates a really awkward situation for our opponent where they need something like 1-drop SI7, like South Sea Deckhand SI7. No. Just going ham with the daggers. Oh, they do have though. Okay. I think I am going to play this Light Warden out to try and bait out the last hit of that poison dagger. Fledgling. And
Relax. It's a party.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, interesting they like not to dagger there, but
Your magic shall not save you.
okay. As long as it wasn't the Dreadlord, I think the other two discards are fine. Other deadly poison.
Who goes there?
And the Thug, my gosh. It's exactly what we were saying with those Soulfires. We kind of played ourselves there.
Unleash me.
The dagger's just doing so much work this game. Those deadly poisons as well.
Ha, this guy's toast.
What can we draw here?
I wonder.
Like chain gang or something?
How long can this go on? How long can this playtime?
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Oh my gosh. We are not exactly the best deck at dealing with a huge Van Cleave. Oh, still trading?
This time.
Rough.
The forest fights back.
Okay.
Your soul shall be mine.
Here against the Druid. Once again, I think we don't want Voodoo Doctor in our opener. We want to find either higher impact 1-drops or our Kaliseth. And give ourselves every opportunity to do so.
In the light's name.
is found in death.
Does this trigger if nothing gets healed? I assume not. Or too greedy sprite.
Proof is found.
Alright. That feels a bit better.
How long can this go on?
This might be one of those games where we do have to get
This go on?
a big Glinda off.
Someone call for the doctor. How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator. Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
I was thinking about trading off that Caliseth there, but decided not to, just to give us a bit more options with some more options with the Fungal Mancer. But as you can see, we were completely punished.
So many possibilities. Someone call for the doctor. Again!
But there you go. We should have played around the double MC tech.
I should meet you.
Your magic shall not save you.
Other than the greedy sprite, I think every card our opponent's played has been neutral. For a second there, I thought they were on the neutral challenge.
Again! It's playtime.
Whew. Bit of an awkward start, but we've recovered okay. Let's see what they flip off the Spiteful. The casual 12-12. And they do have lethal, so we have to do something about that.
Mushroom power! Which will devour all. You are not welcome here.
Well, we do have an answer for that crypt board, but
Your magic shall not save you.
Mushroom!
this is a slugfest and a half. I think we get dunked by our opponent's next Spiteful Summon, which will probably be next turn. Unless they draw the other Ultimate Infestation. Which is another card we'll probably just lose to.
How long can this go on?
In the light.
Can this go on? Mushroom power!
Was hoping we'd at least be able to keep that right warden.
Well played. You win us this time.
That's a tough one. Tough one to lose. So, we'll take a look at the deck. Unfortunately, just from those couple of games, it seemed like I don't know, like some of our 1-drops are kind of a little bit anemic. Like Light Warden really needs support with it, and it only really gets that support once we hit, turn 3 or 4. The only thing that can support it early on is Voodoo Doctor, which is kind of a pretty weak 1-drop. I think a lot of the games where we were doing quite well, we drew the more zoo side of the list. The Happy Ghoul was okay, yeah. It was pretty good. Like, the tempo plays were kind of interesting. We never drew Glinda, so I guess we can't really comment on all of the interactions. Like, the deck's kind of built with her as one of the key pieces. So, yeah, it's tough to say. I think this might require another 5 or 10 games to really figure out, where the deck's at. But it could also be that we're just playing it completely incorrectly. The people that are doing quite well with the deck are extremely good players, and we're just not one of those. So let me know what you think if you are watching this video on YouTube. All the links will be down in the description. And yeah, until next time, stay wavy. Bye.